recently, after this amazing course, I got another opportunity to join the cloud team, and I've been part of the cloud service management team, responsible to manage the product development for the VMware cloud on AWS and Google Cloud Platform. Pretty much doing what I learned it in the bootcamp, but now in the real life, I'm still have a lot of things to study. As you know, I finished my the whole AWS labs, um, and I just got my AWS certification, Cloud Practitioner certification last Saturday. So yes, thanks
Congratulations.
thanks for your support and all the team behind the background. I really appreciated like um, the the back and forth between course studying by myself that I couldn't see myself getting my certification without the support that I had with the cloud bootcamp. You can go further, you can go above and beyond, or you can stay where you are. So that kind of like message really hit me, and I felt like I can do that. Like I'm a smart guy. I learned like SAP, a lot of stuff. So I like, why can't put my hands on and do that? But then in your plus your user experience and user interaction of your platform, it's also user friendly. So I felt like I can do that. Although I opened like few tickets, if you check my story in the beginning for the GPC first and second lab. But then when I saw myself and I put my mind and I relaxed my mind and took some time to really dedicate it, I finished the whole AWS with no tickets at all. And then
Nice.
one by one, as more as I was finishing, I was getting more confident and more confident until the time that I got the certification.
All right, everybody, welcome to one more episode of the Success Cases here at the Cloud Bootcamp. And then, if you don't know that yet, the Success Cases basically I invite one of the boot campers or somebody that have participated in one of our cloud computing programs. And today I have a very special guest in here, Walison. Walison, welcome and thank you for your time.
Thanks, John. It's a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for having me here. It's going to be nice to share a little bit of my experience, my background, and having this nice conversation along the night.
Sure, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for your time again. And then, Walison, usually I ask the people to share a little bit, when they got to know myself and the Cloud Bootcamp. And if you could also share a little bit of your story, that's going to be awesome for whoever doesn't know you yet to get more, get to know a little bit more about you.
Sure, great. My career, I started back to Brazil when I pretty much worked for Oi for like 11 years in the telco industry. I was like engineering, putting my hands on like Cisco, Word as a product project manager, and then after a few years, I moved to the product management side for the business marketing strategy, which it is my passion. After 11 years working for them, I was laid off because Brazil went to a crisis. It was around 2015, and I took the decision to go to Canada to do like a post graduation. And then my first job was as a cloud specialist for Ingram Micro in a tier two support bilingual in a global operation, doing
Wow.
hundreds of troubleshootings per day, helping customers to migrate to Office 365 and pretty much Azure Directory. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, so that was my first job here to go back on track in my professional life. And then I moved to Telos as a product manager, which Telos is one of the telco provider. I was working with eSIM technology, with like enabling this new technology because it's a trial technology that is still ramping up. And then finally, I moved to Bell, which is the company where I am today, as a product manager, managing the product lifecycle development for software-defined one. So the product was like managing internet connectivity for business, and I was like putting another flavor with like software-defined device, helping some branch and offices to connect to the cloud faster than using MPLS circuit. Um,
Nice.
and then recently, after this amazing course, I got another opportunity to join the cloud team, and I've been managing the. I've been part of the cloud service management team, responsible to manage the product development for the VMware cloud on AWS and Google Cloud Platform. Pretty much doing what I learned it in the bootcamp, but now in the real life, I'm still have a lot of things to study. As you know, I finished my the whole AWS labs, um, and I just got my AWS certification, cloud practitioner certification last Saturday. So yes, thanks
Congratulations.
thanks for your support and all the team behind the background. I really appreciated like um, the the back and forth between course studying by myself that I couldn't see myself getting my certification without the support that I had with the cloud bootcamp. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's a little bit about myself.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. No, that's awesome. And then you're based out of Canada right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm in Canada, in Toronto, right?
Toronto. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's nice.
it's a very cold city. We get
Okay.
to minus 35 Celsius, but
Oh
it's
wow.
nice. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
infrastructure.
Awesome.
The heat is on.
Yeah, I can imagine that. All right, and then Walison, when did you got to know myself and the cloud bootcamp? When was that, and how that happened?
So after working a year, as I told you, as I'm managing the software defined one, I was like studying the marketing and the competition and the competitors, and then the edge computing technology. I just realized that the whole market was migrating to the cloud, and that for me as a telco professional, the opportunity to do this course would be like a differentiation between the past and the future. So suddenly I saw like a pop up on LinkedIn with your challenging multi-cloud, and I joined it, and I really felt that felt like that I was like feeling vibe, really feeling life again when I could complete the labs during your
Wow.
during the class. Because as a telco professional, sometimes you feel that you don't put your hands on. For me, as a product management manager in the business, you miss a little bit of the steps of put your hands on. You talk about Linux, but you not actually play with Linux. You talk about API, but you don't put your hands on API. Like, so I felt that that would be like the perfect match for me to join your boot camp. Plus was in Portuguese and material in English. So for me as a like a uh, Brazilian guy living in Canada, that was like a perfect match. And I knew that I would like push my my career if I could complete your training. And that's why when I saw that, that's what I was looking for. I was like just evaluating the course because there are so many options. But when I saw the content, when I saw the dynamic, and when I got I got into do that, and I'm happy for the decision that I made it.
Nice, nice, amazing. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that, Walison. So basically, we have boot camps today in Portuguese and English as well. That's something that we are evolving right now. So that's something really good, and then we can also now serve the English speakers community, which we are growing a lot, and then. You are there on the Portuguese speakers community, but we have the English speakers right now, which is growing, and then that's something that's is really nice. So it's like a global community right now, and then it's being also. And then one thing I wanted to ask you is, Alison, when you actually were there on LinkedIn and you saw our ad for joining the free cloud challenge and all of that, and then you joined that. What was the biggest challenge that you were living on your career at that time? I think you have already shared a little bit, right? The lack of hands-on. Sometimes you were lacking on, hands-on. Was it around that you're facing at that time?
Yeah, I would say that was more about my psychology more than actually the technology. The technology I knew that I could like learn through your class, but like you also give a lot of training in class and tips and coaching, and that was more powerful for me. That was like changing, like a little bit like touching my ego, and then helping me to change and think a little bit out of the box, but out of the totally box, not about marketing size, but like you can go further, you can go above and beyond, or you can stay where you are. So that kind of like message really hit me, and I felt like I can do that. Like I'm a smart guy. I learned like SAP, a lot of stuff. So I like, why can't put my hands on and do that? But then in your plus your user experience and user interaction of your platform, it's also user friendly. So I felt like I can do that. Although I opened like few tickets, if you check my story in the beginning for the Google the GPC first and second lab. But then when I saw myself and I put my mind and I relaxed my mind and took some time to really dedicate it, I finished the whole AWS with no tickets at all. And then
Nice.
one by one, as more as I was finishing, I was getting more confident and more confident until the time that I got the certification.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing story. And then, well, it's very normal at the beginnings when you're still getting started to raise tickets. But one thing that we want to make sure that we have our team ready to help you guys, because that's something that usually you don't see on the programs out there. I mean, usually you get a username and a password to access the platform, and you are there alone. That's
Yeah,
something that we don't want to do, because if you want to feel motivated and if you want to go for it and evolve, you should be supported by a group of experienced engineers or professionals that got already in there that can serve you to help you to get in there as well. That's something that we love to do. That's very nice to hear that from you.
yeah.
Now, yeah, please go ahead.
I just want to tell you one thing on top of that is like,
Yeah.
and then plus your I don't know if in English is challenge bootcamp, like the desafio bootcamp.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah, challenge. Yeah,
a challenge bootcamp. Yeah,
we do have the cloud challenge right now.
yeah. Plus, I joined it more maybe 2 or 3 times beside the first one because I know that you always bring some real case from the job market. And that was like amazing for me that I was like doing interviews and I was like looking to the market and you bring like a lot of like Terraform scenarios and that's what the market's looking for. So thanks for that. And I'm in the next one. I'm one of your I'm in the class of the next one because we can never stop to study.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. I'm very happy to see that. And then speaking of that, you decided to give a leap of faith and join the Mood Cloud Bootcamp, and then you joined in there. And then at that time, we didn't know each other yet, right? And then there are a few of other programs in there, and then a lot of people teaching nothing, and then a lot of gurus. The cloud gurus are
Yeah,
not the A Cloud Guru company, because I think that the A Cloud Guru is amazing, but there are a lot of other uh, fake gurus out there teaching cloud computing. And why did you decide to give a leap of faith to us and join the Mood Cloud Bootcamp program?
so the way that you plan it to do your course, it's very like job market oriented. When you use Slack as a tool, that's like man, the most useful tool for DevOps team and then whatever company you're gonna go, you're gonna hear about Slack. Even if you put Slack in your resume, people are like inviting you for an interview just because they saw Slack. And it's like an agile already, like it's kind of like agile environment that you create. Also the live class on Thursday, it's kind of give a boost to you. It's give you a chance to talk, to share not only about the technical but like a little bit about like about how you're feeling and then what is the next steps, where we are and what do you want to shift. And then through the Slack and then all the teams that you created, the separate video calls, that made me feel like I'm part of a team. And I had one case that one guy logged into my machine and he helped me to do my lab with me. I don't remember his name. It would have been amazing to tell his name here because he was like very supportive. But that type of interaction, I don't think you find easily in other cloud courses or platform. So that's what I took the decision to join the boot cloud bootcamp. And the material, man, it's just like very like easy to digest. So yeah, like kudos for you guys because of that.
Thanks for the kind words. I love that. But we really strive to make the best possible experience as we can for you guys that you can, because you are like myself and other boot campers. We have a busy life, right? We don't want to join boarding programs and boarding stuff, or complicated programs that is going to take you nowhere. We want to make the thing simple that's going to give you results on your career, right?
Mhm.
And also, speaking of careers, right, and results, I wanted to ask you, because you got a new certification recently, and you got a new, new job opportunity. And then, can you share a little bit more on the results that you got, from the knowledge that you got on the Mood Cloud Bootcamp program?
Yes, 100%. Before to get to think about certification, I was thinking about like technical knowledge and confidence. So I took the decision to like finish the whole labs because I did like kind of the like, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read much the material while I was doing the labs because I was more into to finish the labs and get into to the IT DevOps world and leave a little bit behind my telco like knowledge for a while. But and then I jump into the documentations and materials and training available in the AWS platform, and then a mix of both made me get approved to the certification test. Actually, the labs made me feel confident to do interviews because I remember that there was one of the Terraform labs from AWS was my case story that I was using that I use it to get my job. And I remember that my director got, how did you do that? How did you do that? I said, oh, in my cloud bootcamp course that I not even finish it. I just finished one model, which is AWS, and I have to finish Google Cloud now right away. So yeah, and the way that the platform is available, I did it on my time based. I cannot have a course with like a timeline running against me because my time is very like right. It's I'm always in a rush like all of you guys. So it's nice if you can manage your time and you have a platform that is always there for you. Even when I missed like some labs and I got behind, I felt good. I felt like, man, I'm doing my best, doing my time. And if I can join on Thursday, it's okay. But if not, the video is gonna be available in the coming days, or I will join the next coming week. So that's why I felt that like that was a success, that was a differentiation that made me get ready for job market, for the certification, and and then man, and IT is exploding in Canada. Like if I'm not lying, if I open my LinkedIn right now, I may receive like 5 job interview in a day. I would say I'm not like yeah, but you have to filter, right? It's up to you. But they are like crazy, desperate, looking for IT professionals. If you go to Vancouver as well, so I'm happy to be part of this moment, right? And be feeling qualified for the challenge that I will face.
Cool, amazing. And then now you're working as a product manager,
Yeah.
in a cloud team. Can you uh, give a little bit more details on how did you get that position and how the bootcamp helped you to get in there?
hmm So yeah, as a product manager takes years and take you there is no formula for you to be a product manager. It's pretty much if you had the opportunity to be in position that you could listen the customer and then an operation department. and then engineering. It's not that you have to follow, but you make your life much easier if you had the opportunity to go through these departments, because then you can see the business as a big picture. How can we find a customer? Can we bring this customer? And how can we develop any product to bring new customer and to ensure that we're gonna let the existing customers happy? Pretty much like that. So my career gave me this opportunity. So as a product manager, I was already working in this field, um, but I didn't have the knowledge enough to talk about not even cloud in a technical wise, and not even in a business wise. So my curiosity and my willing to learn was like pushing me, and then plus together with the cloud bootcamp, I I got this position. So I work for Bell. Bell is the biggest telco provider in Canada. They have more than 100 years. It's an old company, and happy to be part of the team that we do kind of like a startup inside the company, because VMware Cloud on AWS is a trial. We don't have clients. Like we are like it's a technology that it's a product that's gonna help uh, workloads to work in a hybrid environment, as you may know better than me. Like doing extension of the data center to the cloud and using all the applications of AWS. So it's a new stuff. It's funny to be in a position where everybody's studying, everybody's like taking your due diligence. Like, and it's for me, I feel like very privileged to be in a position um, that I can learn and make money and having fun, because as a product manager, I can think out of the box. I can make silly questions as I can make important questions. You just need to be there. You need to look to the market, and you need to put the piece together of the company in order to develop a product. So yeah, that's pretty much. Uh,
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's very nice. Sorry. I thought you had finished. But one thing that I was just thinking, so you went from a traditional product manager that was used to work with telco technologies to more a product manager that's going to work primarily on cloud solutions, right? So that's
mhm.
something that that was basically the transformation that you got on your career, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Before was more like a waterfall methodology, right? Like if you want to develop, you come with the scope, someone's will assess, and then there's a cost for that, and someone's gonna deploy. And then if some things go wrong, change the request. Go back to the machine. Now it's an agile methodology, as it is like one of the cloud foundations, like elasticity, agile. So it's like I have a DevOps team that I can create something, go in Jira, open a key, open like an idea. They will develop. They're gonna send me to test. If it doesn't work, let's do it again. So I'm happy to be in this both world, but I'm more into the agile because I know that's
Nice.
gonna take me longer as a professional, and I'm having lots of fun working with like these like cloud edge computing tech.
Nice, very nice. And then, to wrap up this conversation, which is very nice, but one thing I wanted to ask you was, so there are a lot of other IT professionals out there in the market. Maybe they're staying left behind. They see a lot of opportunities in the market, a lot of job openings in the LinkedIn, but they're not able to get none of them, right? So they try, but they cannot get because they don't have the proper knowledge and expertise, the hands-on exposure. And then usually they come in here, they watch the success cases like yourself. You went from a traditional product manager working on more on the telco side to a more product manager working on the cloud side now. And then, I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of other professionals that are on the same situation and they're going to watch your success case. I just wanted to ask you one thing. For those professionals that are watching the success case right now that are thinking, hey, is it for me? Is this multi cloud bootcamp for me? Is this knowledge for me? Does this program worth it? What would you say for somebody that is on the fence, thinking if they could, if they should join a program or not, if they should move ahead with the next step or not? What would you say to them? Is it worth it or not, on your opinion, Walison?
I would say, like, first of all, like, try to think about like the job market, right? Like the pandemic came and accelerated like 2 times faster, 3 times faster the adoption of cloud. Um, if you remember about, like, for example, Canadian Tire, that's a company that sell products here in Canada. They weren't ready to migrate to the cloud. And then whenever you were trying to buy something, the e-commerce would say there is no, it's out of stock. Like lies. They weren't in the cloud. That's the truth. They weren't ready to do that. So think about that. Like, one pandemic pushed maybe faster the market to go to the cloud. So if you're ready, you are on the top, on the front of the line. And if you bring your knowledge and you mix with cloud, it's even better. But you have to follow a few steps. And one of the things about, think about your career. Who is One thing that I did when I got in Canada, when I was here, like, I want to be a product manager. But who is the product manager that I would like to be like him? Find someone on LinkedIn. I want to be like him. I want to be like Jean. I want to be like Walison. I want to be like the CEO of IBM. But you have to find someone to say, this is the example of the person that I want to be in the future. Like, visualize what he has done to get there and what can I do to be like him. That's it. Simple. It's a formula that's simple. Then you have to be honest with yourself to say, how can I push myself, study to differentiate myself from the others, right? Getting my certification in AWS, it's one thing, but speaking English is another thing. Emotional intelligence, it's one of the most required qualification in Canada. Communication skills, you have to make questions. You have to open your mouth and talk and connect to people. So there are soft skills and hard skills, but I think that's more a combination of both. So for that professional that are looking to do that, I would say find someone that you want to be like him. Find the position that you would like to work with. How is the description of the position that you want to work with? Do you see yourself really doing is written in this job position? Have you found? So I think a lot of professionals, they don't do this exercise. They want to jump for maybe for the interview, and sometimes get disappointed they didn't get approved. But you have a few steps, right? So that's one of the things that I did. What is the job description that I would like to work? I'm seeing myself doing that. If not, what is missing for me to do what is written in the job position? Look into that and be honest to myself. I got my AWS certification. I finished my labs, and I put me in a position that was ready and feeling confident for the new job and to go ahead with my career.
Amazing, amazing. That's very nice, Walison. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
then to wrap up, I just wanted to open up now for if you have any feedbacks, additional things that you want to share before we wrap up. Please feel free now. You have the stage with you.
I saw only improvements like in the platform. Um, like, I think the user experience and UI, it is something that is always opportunity to improve, right? For you to navigate between one course to the other. So just keep going, man. Like, you guys are doing good. Like, I don't have anything that I remember that I would say, oh, you have to improve in here, improve there. You have an amazing team. All the class was great. I At this moment, one week after the certification, I want to close the call with like a big thankful for everyone. Like, I'm in this stage now. I'm not in a position to give any to give any feedback about. I'm happy with the product that I bought it, and I'm totally recommends for my friends that they wanna like update their knowledge. That's the place to be, like with you and your team.
Amazing, amazing, Walison. Thanks again for your kind words. Really appreciate your time again for spending a little bit of your minutes in here with us. Thank you so much for coming here and inspire others. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very nice experience for whoever is watching or listening to the podcast. And then, by the way, if you're watching this video, thanks very much for watching. And if you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much for watching the podcast as well, for listening to the podcast. And thank you so much again, Walison. Hope to see you soon. All right.
It was
Take
a
care.
pleasure. I see you in the next bootcamp, man.
Sure. Absolutely. See you there.
Bye.
Bye bye.